Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an Acer laptop. This is an Acer Predator 15. The exact model is a G9-593-78QJ. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can add the storage or remove the storage and how you can make it faster and what are the combination of the drives you can have in here and the limits. Just remember, if you're replacing the main storage in here, you have to reinstall the Windows on your new storage. I made a short video how to create your Windows 11 USB boot drive, and you can follow any of my Windows installation guide to install the Windows. Really easy, and you'll be inside the Windows, few Windows update, and all the drivers, everything will be ready to go. And also with the old drives in here, you can get an enclosure and use that as an external drive. All right, first thing first, you want to back up your files if you want to replace the main storage, and then you want to power it off. You want to flip it upside down. It's pretty heavy. And then down here, we're going to see one service cover. We're going to grab ourselves the screwdriver set. I'll be using an iFixit screwdriver set. I'll purchase it myself. So I'll grab a Phillips number 1. And from this, here we're going to unscrew these 2 screws in here. The screws have a little something called a C-lock. The C-lock will prevent the screws coming out entirely. And it will serve that secondary purpose. As soon as you unscrew it, it will push the cover away from the other cover. So you see that gap opening? That's the C-lock doing its job. So you want to do this to both of them. And then once you're done with that, you want to just grab it from this corner, lift it up. If it's not coming up because the screw threads are still holding it. There we go. And then you lift it up and it should release the cover. All right. And right over here, I can see there's an M.2 slot right in here. Nicely, they give you a screw for it. And there's a 2.5-inch Toshiba 1 terabyte right in here. To disconnect this mechanical drive in here, you want to grab this flip thing here, and you want to yank it toward the ceiling. And then you want to grab this drive right here. You can lift it up. So in here, we know that we can put a 2.5-inch drive in here, up to 4 terabyte mechanical drive, or you can put an 8 terabyte. Samsung made an 8 terabyte storage too. So you can put an up to 8 terabyte SSD in here. The SSDs, they have the same dimensions as 2.5-inch dimensions as the mechanical one. You can go up to 4 terabyte because I think the 6 terabyte is like 9 millimeters and it will not fit through here. So you can go up to 4 terabyte 2.5-inch mechanical one or 8 terabyte 2.5-inch solid state drive. To put the solid state drive, you'll need this rubber caddy. So you want to just pull it out. Make sure the orientation of the drives, they have the same connector. To pull this adapter out, you need it. Grab it by the adapter. Remove the old drive. You can buy an enclosure. Use this one as an enclosure for external storage. Grab the new drive. Put the rubber thing over the caddy. Doesn't matter if you like, oh, there's lots of space here. That's what it meant for. And grab the adapter. The adapter only goes in one way. And then what you want to do, you want to just bring it down. Make sure it just goes right through this hole and it stays right in there. And then once you're done with that, you just want to push down this connector adapter right over like that. Okay? That's one of the upgrades you can do. Now we have an NVMe drive in here, the Gen 3 NVMe. To remove one screw first, let's go ahead and remove the screw at the back. I recommend you guys to grab the good quality NVMe, which is the Samsung 980 or 990 Pro. You can put up to 4 terabyte NVMe in here with no problem. At the same time, having an 8 terabyte SSD in here, it will work just fine. I have a 1 terabyte NVMe 980 Pro. You can go 990 Pro up to 4 terabyte, but in this case, we're going to use a 980. So you want to grab your SSD. You want to make sure the notch on the SSD matches the notch on the DIMM. You want to bring it down in 45-degree angle inside the connector, and you want to push it down. It comes up like this towards the motherboard, and you should see the screw hole is nicely matching right there, right? But if you do get a small one, you can put a heatsink on it. I'll leave a link for a slim heatsink. Let me get my heatsink. I'll bring it so you can see. So there's this heatsink I have right over here. These are the slim heatsink. So to put this one on, what you need to do is to remove this film on the both side of this heatsink, and you want to place it right over the component. And once you have it in there, you want to remove the film on the top. That's the thermal pad. Next, you want to put this one over, make sure the screw hole is nicely visible. Once you have it like this, you want to grab these high temperature rubbers. You want to put a one right at this height, right there. And the second one, you want to put it right over here. So this will help a lot with the heat dissipation. So now we're going to put it in 45-degree right there. And the weight is going to bring it down. Put the tiny screw at the back. So if you want to install the operating system in here, which you should be doing, I recommend you to disconnect this other hard drive for temporarily. Once the Windows is installed, you want to power it off and then connect this one, and then you should see this one on the device manager. I do not recommend to plug in both of them and install the Windows in here. Then Windows will get a dependency on the other drive too. So if this drive fails, the Windows will give you some error. So in order for it to not have any independency, remove this one, disconnect it while you're installing the Windows. Once the Windows is installed, you can connect this one back in. All right, so I'm going to leave this one disconnected for now. I'll put it somewhere that it doesn't create a short, or you can just tape over. Put a tiny tape over it, or just remove it actually. So I'm going to remove it for now. And I'm going to actually, let me show you guys that you can, I'm going to get you to a place that you guys can see that both of them are detectable. So you guys don't be like putting in the comments, or you can detect both. And I'll come back, I'll disconnect it. So I'm just going to get you to a portion of the Windows installation. It shows that both of the drives are connected. I don't know if it shows on the BIOS. Let's check it out. And I hope you guys like this video and helps you guys out. Again, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. So let's power it on. It doesn't have any charge. So let's go ahead and power it on. I'm going to tap on F2 to go to the BIOS. There we go. We are in the BIOS. So here, actually, I can see the hard drive 1, Kingston, right over here. And the secondary one, SSD Samsung 980 Pro. It detects that there's a whole bunch of slots in there, but they are not installed. So you only get one NVMe and you get another SATA connector. So you have a Kingston 1 terabyte in here and the Samsung 1 terabyte. And that's enough to show for this video that you can actually install them. Again, I hope you guys have liked this video. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in the video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.